Hello, I'm Isaiah Woodson in Miss G's fourth grade class, and today I'm here with my cousin.
Reginald James Wilson.
Yes. So, what is your name? Even though you already stated that, but your position?
My name is Reginald James Wilson. I am a X-ray and CT tech for Scripps Encinitas.
Very nice. Why am I in Encinitas?
That is the place that hired me after I transferred there from Chula Vista. It's
Nice.
a long drive, but I love working there.
All right. What do you want? Why did you want to pursue this specific career path?
So this specific career path was passed down from my father, who was an X-ray tech. So as a kid, growing up and seeing him become an X-ray tech, I just naturally got involved, and it worked out for me. It's great. It's one of the things that I'm very fortunate. A lot of people growing up, they really don't know what they want to do for career-wise and kind of struggle in picking with that. Mine was simple. I wanted to do one thing and one thing only.
And that was what your father did, correct?
Correct.
How long have you been working for your specific company now?
So I've been with Scripps almost 3 years now.
All right. What is the company's policy, or not policy, but their philosophy?
Scripps is a nonprofit organization that dabbles in a lot of things from clinical research to helping out the community. With being a nonprofit organization, it's reflective upon spending the money and giving back to the community. So there's no profit, so all the money that goes in within the hospital gets subjugated to the community, whether it be advancing those hospitals. There's hospitals, clinics, urgent cares. There's also science research that goes in. And all the purpose is to better care for people, our environment, and just the general health of everybody.
Very nice. What are the minimum qualifications for your position?
So, what you have to become an X-ray tech is to get licensed. To get licensed, you have to go to accreditation school. There is two here that are San Diego Mesa College, which I went to school, and Pima Medical Institution. Also, there's another route, military, since San Diego is a large military community. There's a lot of X-ray techs that come from the military. Basically, all you need is to finish prerequisites and to get enrolled into one of these classes, which is a 2-year program that also gives you a degree within the radiological technician. But most importantly, it will give you the education you need and an internship to be able to qualify to take your national exam, which is an exam that each X-ray tech has to pass to get their license to be able to work.
Okay. So you completed all of this, correct?
Yes, so I started school in 2018, finished in 2020. After we finished class, had our graduation and everything, the day after you're allowed to schedule for your exam, I took my exam the day after, passed, had a celebration, and been working since.
Very nice. What aspects do you enjoy most in your position?
So, what aspects I enjoy most is overall patient care. A lot of the times, people don't necessarily resonate with a hospital. It can be a depressing environment. No one's excited to go to the hospital. It's usually the emergency, they're sick or something in that aspect. But there's also people taking care of them, and that's one of the things that I look forward to when I go into work is knowing that I'm making a difference within the community and being a part of a larger group that helps individuals in their most time of need and be able to provide quality care, especially with radiation. There's a large misconstruction about radiation. Everyone, when we go do our exams and everything, everyone's like, oh my God, the radiation. But it's very precise in the levels of radiation we get. It is very educated throughout our whole process about radiation safety and knowing every aspect of radiation through its atomic values, the way we use it, the dose that we use. It's all manually inputted by the X-ray tech. So there's a lot of science that goes behind it that you have to study. Even for me, transitioning from X-ray tech to CT tech, there's a level of different radiation when it comes to CT. There's a lot of radiation physics, knowing the machine. So a lot of times people think X-ray techs are the ones that press buttons, which is true. We do press the button. However, there's a large amount of mathematical physics and biology that goes in behind of us knowing what we're doing and knowing the safety of what we're doing.
All right. What do you least like?
That whole studying process that I had to do, learning radiation physics, radiation math, the chemical compounds of radiation, knowing our machines in and out, and so basically it's radiation engineering, radiation physics, and a lot of components of knowing what the radiation does and what our job is as technologists to limit that amount of radiation whenever possible.
Okay. I do remember coming here and I'd get about halfway here and I could just hear you complaining about having to read.
I was reading through a lot of physics, especially I was teaching myself radiation physics. There was great lesson plans on the screens, but hospitals are no joke when it comes to learning the information that we need to do. It's for a good purpose, providing for our patients, but it's very time consuming in learning.
Yes. Why do you believe you were selected for this job?
Uh, I feel like it's a job that I was just destined to do. A lot of aspects about my character and my traits and what I do well within the hospital kind of goes along with uh, X-rays. Like if I were to become a nurse, I don't feel like that would suit me well in a large social manner. Whereas dealing with radiation is a lot of analytical aspects of it, where I can dive deep into and honing in on my skills and my strengths, making me a better tech.
Hmm. You're a good observation of yourself. In the company you work for, do they provide any education for you? Like any courses that you may need to take to improve?
So this whole past 6 months is uh, a company-wide cross-training program that I did from transitioning to regular X-rays, which people think of just taking pictures, to CAT scan, which people just call the donut of truth because everyone goes in and you can get a large, vast information from there. So my hospital provided educational courses and on-site training for me to complete over the past 6 months. And from there, I was allowed to send in all my paperwork to the state of California to be able to qualify for exam, pass my exam, and therefore I have my license as a CT tech, which is it's just computer tomography is a specialized form of radiography and X-ray that you just need more training on.
Interesting. Where do you see yourself in 5 to 10 years with your current um, pathway?
So right now, I'm probably within the 5 year mark. I'm relatively new to CT. I've only been working for the past 2 months, but 6 months of training. For the next 5 years, I just want to hone in on my craft. There's a lot of things to learn within the CT and different algorithms, and it's a lot of computer based uh, situations that you can help create to better patient care, better patient safety, and lower radiation dose. So for the next 5 years, I just want to hone in on that. And probably one of a personal checkoff list that I want to get. Always wanted to get a master's. I got my bachelor's last year. So over time, it's just like building or towards healthcare administration, probably about 10 years from now. But right now, I just want to hone in on my craft.
Very good. What advice would you give someone like me who would want to be a athletic trainer or a nurse?
So a lot of people get, when it comes to the medical field, they get paranoid about all the education and learning that they have to do. There's a lot of education and learning you have to do. You're dealing with patients. There's going to be a lot of information. However, the best thing I can recommend people is just time management and taking things slow to speak and building up your level of expectations. Once you're able to time manage, whether it be studying, as long as you're studying, you have a clear environment and you're studying periodically each day, the level of difficulty, the coursework, and all the education dramatically decreases when you take things slowly and just build up each day. Try not to cram so much. A lot of people do that and just try to finish everything at once. It's impossible. It's just detrimental to your health, and not only detrimental to your health but also your education. But just try to keep things organized and just go at a nice individual pace, and that will tremendously make life easier.
Thank you. I can tell that helped you, obviously, watching you from across the hall.
Yeah, I listened to jazz, studied, and just took things slowly.
Yeah. All right. I believe that's all for today.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Appreciate you.